Hello, everyone. It's good to see you, all of you here today. I see a lot of familiar faces. Welcome back to our weekly classes. Okay, weekly class actually, weekly class on every Monday at 5 p.m. Okay, I see lots of familiar names, except for this one student here who is Pencari Mimpi. Okay. Um, as of today, those who have attended our class last week, okay, those who have attended our class last week, we have done the first part of the literature called Sing to the Dawn, okay, and today we are doing the second part of the literature, which is chapter 7 to chapter 13. Okay, now today's lesson is crucial because of the literature component. All right, you need to understand your literature component in order for you to answer your paper 2, which you have to write personal response. Okay, so myself and Chegu Emily, okay, we have put together a module, a 3 weeks module, which one we have done it last week, second is today, and next week we will direct you towards a personal response writing, which will be conducted by teacher Emily. Also in the house with us is Chegu Heidi. Hi, Chegu Heidi. Okay, Chegu Heidi also would be joining us in all these 3 classes. Okay, she would be observing you as well, how you are giving response. Okay, Chegu Emily, do you have anything to say before we start?
Well, I hope that you all pay attention for today's class. Last week was the first session, so this is a continuation. So this is a good way for you to revise about the text before you actually answer the questions for the coming exam. And I'm sure many of you may not have actually read the story. And so this is a good chance for you to recall the events and the important things that happen in the story. Okay, and next week I'll be continuing with personal response. So we have come up with this module for you to kind of like get you prepared. So please join and make use of the session. And
Exactly.
I think we have a new guest in our
Ahmad.
studio.
Yes, he's not new to us. He's probably
Yeah,
new to
last
some
week,
of
those who came in
the
last week.
students who joined us today. Yeah.
Good evening,
So,
teacher.
good evening, Ahmad. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. How's teacher Giri and teacher Andy as well as
We
teacher
are
Heidi?
doing great.
Yeah,
And
we
with
are
your
fine. Thank
Doing great,
presence, we
you.
are
doing
more
great.
excited.
Nice to see
We
you
are more
again.
excited.
Nice to see you
Exactly.
too.
Teacher Grija, there's another student in the who joined the link. Haras. I
Haras.
think one
Okay,
of
I
the
think we can.
students who use.
Sure.
Shall I
Let's
put him?
give.
Add him to the stream.
Yeah, sure, sure. Let's add him to the stream. Hi, Haras. Hello, Haras. How are you doing? Oops.
Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. Wait. I right. Let
Just
me.
click on add to
Okay.
speak.
All right.
Okay.
Hi, Assalamualaikum.
How are you doing,
Teacher.
Haras?
Hi.
Are
I'm
you
fine.
excited to
The
join
school's
us?
fine.
Are you excited to join us today?
Yes,
Why
yes,
didn't
I
you join
am.
us last week?
And wait, I
Okay,
did. I did.
good, good, good.
Namun,
So, do you like the gift that I sent to both of you? Both of you, do you like the gift that I sent?
Yes, it was
I love. Yes,
a big surprise. A really nice surprise, teacher. Thank you very much.
Good, good, good. I'm happy that you
yeah,
loved it.
it
You
was.
earned it. You earned it. How about Haras? How did you? What? How do you find the gift that I give you?
Uh,
How do you like
it
it?
was actually very good, though. I don't know what I use it for my future, but I'm going to keep it for the rest of the year. It's my life.
Hopefully, it'll be very useful to you.
I'm still
Okay.
trying to find you,
All right. All right. Okay.
but
So we're
thanks for
going
the
to
gift
continue with
anyway.
the class today. And those others here with us, we would love it. We would really appreciate if you can get your classmates in, because
Yeah.
I think I've told you before, we have this
Mm.
referral program as well, which is, if your friends are mentioning your name to me, I'll be counting how many times your names are being mentioned, and the person that had referred most friends to our tuition here, okay,
Mm-hmm.
will be given a small token of appreciation from our side. So since you have heard that Ali and Aras enjoyed, and they like the gift that I sent them. They are not going to tell what I sent them though. It's going to remain surprise. Okay, so do tell your friends about our free tuition, online tuition, and we are doing it with all our heart. We are all out, preparing the lessons and also the teaching aids. Okay, so make use of this. All right, let's move on to our lesson. Okay, Sing to the Dawn, part 2. And before that, I would like to thank you and congratulate you for being with us. Okay, this is our ninth session together. Congratulations. Okay, for keeping it going. All right, it's all due to you. Okay, attending our classes weekly. All right. Okay, let's move on. All right. And I would also like to encourage you to join these 2 pages of mine actually. Okay, which I would also contribute the number of students to all the other teachers that are together with me. All right. So here I have my own Telegram group as well. Okay, it is Cikgu Giri official. You can join. All right. And I also have a Facebook page, which is facebook.com Cikgu Dirija. Okay, do join, and I will update you on our weekly classes, Monday classes especially. Okay, and you will be given tips and materials as well for your revision. All right. Okay, let's move on. Okay, and also every week I would tell you this. All right, you can vote for me. All right, bit.ly/5 stars for Cikgu Giri. Okay, so you go here and you can award me the number of stars you think that I deserve. Okay, and last but not least, okay, we have 2 playlists put together by the cream of the cream, the teachers throughout Malaysia, the experienced ones, okay? And if you look at their videos, they have done it wholeheartedly just so that they can send you the message and also the content, high quality content, in order for you to revise. Okay, so check out their revision videos, okay? For PT3, it is bit.ly English PT3. For SPM, it is bit.ly/English SPM 1119. Okay? Alright, do check out the videos and subscribe to these teachers' channels as well. Alright? Okay, let's go. Now, this lesson is a continuation of what we have done last week. Okay, this is how uh, the book looks like, and some of you are having the green version. Okay, okay. I have also introduced to you the writer of the novel, who is known by Min Fong Ho. Her name is Min Fong Ho. Okay, and I've also introduced to you about her background. All right. Okay, you can always go to my previous lesson in my channel. Since you have subscribed, you can go and look for the previous lesson that I've conducted last week, and you can read about what I have introduced you about Min Fong Ho. Okay, I've always told you that it is good to know the background of a writer or a poet before you read their uh, writings, okay, so that you get a gist of how they come about. Well, how did they get the story? And what is the value that's in them that they are trying to give it to you? Okay, let's move on. Now, continue chapter 8. Okay, chapter 8. All right, in chapter 8, Dawan steps into the quiet of the temple or what? Okay, in Thailand, the temple is called what? With lotus bud. Dawan does the necessary acts and places the lotus in a big urn at the altar. She waited for the head abbot to finish reading the scriptures, and the monks have left before she approaches him. She waits for him in the courtyard. She explains her situation, okay, and the monk indicated that he has heard everything about the scholarship from the teacher, and as the cage door for Dawan is open, she is free to fly. Instead of comforting Dawan, the monk explains some Buddhist precepts to her and informs her that he cannot help her with her father. Dawan is disappointed and leaves the temple with a heavy heart and eyes squinting from bitterness. Okay, so what happened previously? Dawan has got a scholarship. Okay, however, the girls in her village, okay, in the place that she was brought up, are not encouraged to continue or pursue their studies. All right. So since Dawan has won the scholarship, and it was not the brother who won the scholarship, okay, she could not tell her father about this. Okay, and knowing that her father would not be so thrilled about Dawan winning the scholarship, she tries to get the help of the monk, because in Thailand, everyone looks up to the monk. For them, the monk is like their god. All right, so she got this idea whereby she could make the monk understand of her situation, and also pleads to the monk so that he would talk to the father. Okay, but what happened is that even the monk does not really agree with the idea Dawan, okay, pursuing her studies. All right, so far you are clear about this. Any question you can ask at the text box. Hi Ikwan. Okay, if you're my student from my school, please indicate your name and your class so that I know few Ikwan. I don't know which Ikwan is this. Thank you. All right. Next, chapter 9. Dawan is weighed down by a sense of hopelessness as she walks back to the marketplace. So, after coming back from the temple, she felt very disappointed. Okay, and she felt as if she has no hope. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. And she felt as if there's no way that she's going to be allowed to pursue her studies. Okay, however, okay, Bao advises her to think positively and to push forward and struggle and not to lose to her brother. Okay, what happened here was Bawan is the girl that she made friend with in the marketplace. Remember, she gave Dawan some lotus buds. Do you remember that part? Okay, so that she could bring it to the monk. Okay, so Bao is her new friend actually, and she is encouraging her to think positive and not to give up, okay, and not to lose to her brother. Okay, so Bao is such a positive influence. So being surrounded by friends with a positive attitude, okay, friends that always encourages you to pursue your dream, is a blessing. All right. Now, she urges Dawan to open a sparrow's cage and learn a lesson from what unfolds. Okay, what Bao does is in the marketplace is that she not only that she sells lotus, she also allows people to free the sparrows from the cage. Okay, whereby they pay so that they can allow Bao can allow them to free the birds from the cage in order to earn merits. All right. So Here, what Bao is saying is that when the cage door opens, the bird hesitates. Okay, the bird thinks whether it wants to fly off or not. Okay, it hesitates. However, when it realizes that it is free, it quickly flies out and away. Okay, so Bao asked Dawan to think the same. Okay, you might be hesitating at the first place, but knowing that you are free to make the decision to go and pursue your study. Okay, and once you have pursued, keep going. Okay, so she's a very good friend, isn't it? Okay, so Vichai is brother to Bao. Okay, uh, Vichai, he approaches the store. Okay. Vichai checks the day's collection and is not happy. Why he's not happy? Because he's the one who captured all the birds. Okay, and if Bao is going to allow Dawan to let it out for free, it means there is no money coming in. Okay, so he hits Bao, who retaliates by releasing the birds. Okay, now Kwai appears to protect Bao. Who is Kwai? Who is Kwai? Can you answer that in the chat box? Who is Kwai?
The hero.
The hero! Ta-da, ta-da.
Dawa's brother.
Dawan's brother.
Dawan's
Exactly.
brother.
Yes, yes. Wow, you get this. Very good. Okay, so he protects Bao, okay, from being hit further. Alright, he's a very good boy. Okay, yes. Crystal Farah, you got it. Right. So Power accuses Kwai of being a bully to Dawan, not Dawai, Dawan, I got it wrong there, as a brother. So while Kwai protected Bao from being hit by the brother, Bao took the chance on telling on him, saying, well, you're protecting me, but you are also a bully because you are robbing the opportunity of your sister to pursue her study. So for a moment, he was shocked. Okay. Now, a scuffle starts and it resulted in Dawan getting her ankle hurt. Okay. That means Kwai got very angry because Dawan told Bao about the incident and make him look bad. So Kwai pushed Dawan and Dawan got her ankle hurt. Alright, clear so far? Now you know what happened. Okay, there was a scuffle. When we say scuffle, that means there was a fight. Okay, between people. Okay, so you learn a new word today, scuffle. Alright. So Dawan launches a verbal attack on Kwai, saying he is an opportunist with double standard. Well, why double standard? He says one thing, but he does another. He says that he wants to help people in the village to come out from their poverty, but he is robbing the opportunity from his sister to pursue the study. So that is what is meant by double standard. Okay, she also called him a bully for trying to take away her rights. Okay, to the scholarship. All right. Any question on chapter 9 so far? Okay. Good job. Good job. Okay. Let's go to chapter 10. Dawan walks slowly on her hurt ankle. She dreads going home. Dreads as in she doesn't want to go home. She's worried what Kwai could have told the family. Okay. So she doesn't want to go home. She imagines sharp questioning from her parents and confrontation with Kwai. Okay, she was afraid to go home actually. So she heads for the river to get some quiet calmness. Kwai is on the old bridge and Dawan hides to avoid facing him. Okay, so common sense takes over as she realizes they need to heal the rift and narrow the gap. Okay, that means they need to talk so that both of them, all right, would not be um, enemies to each
Fighting.
other. Yeah, they would be in good term. Okay, so they need to heal the rift. Learn these new phrases here. Heal the rift, narrow the gap. Okay, if you could use this in your personal response, I'm telling you, you're going to give good impression to the examiner. Okay, this is how you learn. Heal the rift and narrow the gap caused by the scholarship. Okay, Haras, any question? Do you have any question, Haras?
What does it mean by heal the rift and narrow the gap?
Okay, heal the rift. That means to make things better again. Okay, and narrow the gap means two people are not talking. All right, there is a distance between two people, and now we're going to um, narrow down the gap, narrow down the distance. We're going to make them talk again. Okay, make things okay between them. Okay, that's narrowing the gap. Okay, so she realizes that as a sister, as an elder sister, she needs to do something, and so that they don't end up fighting their whole life just because of a scholarship. Okay, all right. Why
Okay.
Teacher
consider?
Giri, sorry, there's another student in the group. Shall I bring him up in
Okay,
the
maybe
studio?
we can take him next week. Muhammad, what's his name?
Muhammad Zulkanan. I'm not sure if he's
Muhammad
one of your
Zulkarnain,
students.
part of Full
He's
House
a
today.
very frequent IU follower.
Ah,
Yeah,
oh,
I
I
think so.
see. Okay,
IU
Muhammad Zulkarnain,
student.
please message me on Telegram. I will pull you in next week. This is my Telegram. I'm going to send you. Okay, this is my Telegram
Okay.
username. Okay, I will pull you in. Teacher Emily will be carrying out the class next week, and I will pull you in as well. Okay, I would like to have all these keen students coming into the stage with us.
Yeah,
Okay,
to come online, you are brave actually because you have to answer question and to show your face. So that takes
and
some
also to discuss. Yeah,
guts.
right. Okay, so others as well, not just for him, others as well. Feel free to message me. Okay, so that I can pull you in. Just let me know, teacher, I'm interested to come to your class, so that I can schedule the time for you as well. All right, I'm all
Mm.
about giving opportunities here. Okay,
And
all right.
he says his line is not so stable, I think, at the moment. So maybe we'll
Ah,
take him in next week or what.
exactly. All right then.
All right. Thanks for
Okay.
coming in today, Zukan. And follow the class anyway.
Right. So
Okay.
why is sitting by the bridge? Why? Because he's thinking of what happened, and he's thinking of what Bao said to him, what Dawan said to him. Okay, because he is being accused of being a bully. That really hit hard on him. Okay, so Dawan left the umbrella for Kwai while she hobbles down the path towards home in the rain. Why is she hobbling? Because of her hurt ankle. Okay, she couldn't walk straight. Alright, so Kwai races after her with the umbrella when she sees Dawan limping down the narrow path. After all, the brother loves the sister. Couldn't bear to see the sister walking in the rain. So he took the umbrella and walked home with her. Okay, that's how close both of them are. So it's very important for them to heal the rift and narrow the gap. Okay, all right. Um. Okay, this makes up his mind to pull his own rope and go to the direction his heart tells him to. It means that uh, he needs to be selfless, all right, and do what the heart tells him to do. Okay, this time, his heart is telling him to let his sister pursue her education. Alright, so then he runs down to join her and share the umbrella with her. Okay, so I guess in chapter 10, we can see that both of them have become closer than before after this problem, after this issue. Okay, alright, let's see chapter 11. Straight to chapter 13. Oops. Okay, so Kwai catches up with Dawan. She asked him warily, Okay, whether he has worked out his thought. So Dawan wants to know whether Kwai is still having the idea to fight for his opportunity. So he grinned and offering her the umbrella, and he says, well, I'm not going to give you the offer again, you know, meaning that he has agreed to not compete with her for the scholarship. Okay, so they walk together and they huddle under the umbrella, and at the junction to their home, they came across their father leading a buffalo home. He is now aware, he already know. Now he knows why has second placing. And if Dawan doesn't get to go, Kwai gets to go. So the father is having the idea of letting Kwai go instead. Okay, so he wants Kwai to take over from Dawan, but Kwai said no. Okay, he said no, let his sister go. Okay, but father has the power to make him do it. Now he feels that Dawan as a girl will not gain much from the scholarship. Okay, all right. Remember we have talked about gender inequality. Okay, all right. We will look at that again later. Okay, and he thinks that education for girls like her, okay, is worthless because she will not be able to do or achieve anything out of it. I do not know if you agree with what the father thinks. Do you agree with what the father thinks?
No,
Thinking,
I don't.
yeah, of course. Wow, Ahmad's like, no, no. Even before I finish my question, no, totally no, right? Because girls or boys, despite of their gender, what at the end of the day, it comes down to the attitude, comes down to the um, character of the person, whether the person achieve or become successful. Okay, it's not about gender. Okay, it's not about gender. It's always the character. It's always the attitude. All right, it's always the personality. It's the person. Okay, now we understand that because we see a lot of females, okay, are achieving equally as males out there. Okay, so that one here seems like a girl very determined in challenging that mindset of the people there, thinking that girls are not capable. Okay, all right. No says no. I do not agree of their father's opinion. Right. Okay. Okay. Why states adamantly that he does not want to rob Dawan of the opportunity. Okay. Dawan states her stand and appeals that father to be fair and kind to her. So she wants her father to be kind, but she wants her father to be fair to her. All right. Now, finally, after a little bit of reasoning, okay, after Dawan have reasoned with her father and made the father think, okay, he agreed to let her uh, continue with the scholarship, and she must have been very thrilled. Okay, all right. Let's look at the next chapter, chapter 12. Okay, so what happens after she's allowed to go to the city to study? Right, chapter 12. Chapter 12, we are coming towards the end of the story actually. So, the one wakes up early to the sound of nature as usual. Okay, she is very used to waking up in the morning and admiring the nature, especially early in the morning. Okay, this is her last morning at home. So, this would be the day that she is going to the city. She looks for Kwai, who has not been his usual friendly self. Okay, so obviously, although Kwai has made a good decision, a wise decision, I would say, okay, he still has that void in him, okay, and he still feels that he is entitled to go as well. Okay, now he's not been his self and his friendly self and has avoided her for the past few days. Okay, she finds him at the old wooden bridge. He looks fallen. That means he is looking very sad. Alright? He doesn't know what to do. Alright? Okay. Now that one feels a sharp pain. Okay, and pity shoot through her and she wants to comfort him. comfort the brother, and she joined him on the bridge. And they talk about her going to the city, their feelings, and the fact that what they have shared so far will be lost with time. So on that day, on that day, they get to talk heart to heart, okay, and obviously, Koi has become better. Okay, he was sad for past few days, but after Dawan talked him out of it, he feels better, and he's certainly going to miss his sister when she goes to the city. So Dawan asks Koi to watch the dawn. Okay, this time of course without her, she will be in the city. So he has to watch the dawn for her and sing her song of the misty dawn. Okay, if you notice in your book, the first few pages, one of the first few pages, there's a lyric of this song. Okay, and if you have time, please go to YouTube, okay, and play the song. Play the song. Find the song and play the song. Okay, all right. Last chapter. Okay. When Dawan reaches home to prepare for her journey to the city, she sees some people, including her teacher, alright, Bao and cousin Noi, waiting to bid her farewell. Alright? Okay. Sensing her fears, grandmother reminds her to take this first step bravely. So grandmother is the fuel. The grandmother is the one that's been encouraging her to keep going, to never have doubts on herself. Okay? Now, Dawan, feeling lost, stares at grandmother blankly and breaks down sobbing uncontrollably. Grandmother gives her a lotus in a jar, telling her the lotus is like her and will unfold petal by petal, just as dawn will do in the days to come. So if you see how the lotus bloom, it blooms petal by petal, just like Dawan. Okay, slowly but surely. All right, she is developing with each steps in her life. Okay, to put it that way. All right, so every steps that she takes, she is developing. Okay. She leaves grandmother and gets into the bus, and all the while looking for Kwai. So when she gets into the bus, she is still looking for her brother. Okay, the brother is nowhere to be seen yet. But as the bus nears the river, Dawan looks out for the old bridge and is pleasantly surprised to see Kwai waving. So as she was going, okay, the brother waved at her. Alright, and singing her song. Singing her song. Dawan sings too and notices her lotus unfolding its petals. They are singing to the new dawn. So the new dawn here represents the new beginning. Okay, the new beginning of her journey, pursuing her study, new beginning of why, okay, living his life without his sister's shadow. Okay, so far good. Any question? So let me ask Ahmad Ali. Who's the person in your life that's been giving you encouragement, just like grandmother to Dawan?
Giving me what? I'm sorry, I did not catch.
Giving you encouragement, motivations.
Encouragement. I would say it is my mother,
Mm-hmm.
and also my sisters also help a lot.
There's a lot of people around you uh, to push you through the challenges in your life. Okay,
Yes.
you're very blessed. How about Haras? How about you?
I think the person who gives me more encouragement is still my mother and my father as well. They helped me and raised me well when even during this pandemic season. I
Nice.
really like them very much, and one day I would like to I would like to balas jasa, balas their jasa lah. What
Repay
you call
them.
it? Yeah, repay them.
Okay, Haras. Good, good, good. You are very blessed as well to have such good parents. Okay, not everyone have families like that. Okay, some people feel like they are alone. Now, if you feel there's nobody to push you through your challenging life, okay, always find a good friend. You can also talk to your teachers in school. Okay, find your counselor, talk to her. Okay, right, and don't make wrong decisions. Don't hang out with the wrong company just because you are feeling angry inside.
Teacher
Okay,
Didi, can I add something?
yeah, sure.
Especially at this time, many students are feeling discouraged because of the being stuck at home and then losing out a lot of time in school.
Yeah,
And I feel many of them are discouraged or demotivated by the situation. So, uh, no, this is the time where you can ask and get help from your teachers, your friends, even your parents. Talk to your parents, if you feel stressed and all that. No, we are always there to help and guide our students. And I feel many like they are at a stage where they feel like giving up because with all the postponement of the exam and all that. No, don't let that discourage you. That's my advice. Keep up the momentum. Now is the time to push yourself the final dash. Okay,
exactly.
thank you, teacher.
Well said, Cikgu Emily. Okay, so now is a very challenging time. Okay, keep up the momentum. Okay, don't be discouraged. Now let's look at the theme in this novel. Okay, right? We have discussed about this last week, gender inequality. All right. Now, in the place where Dawan is brought up, girls are not given equal opportunity to study and further their ambitions. Okay, girls have to stay home and raise their families. Tertiary education is wasted on them as they get married and look after their husband and children finally. Okay, that's what they think. All right. Okay, to break that mindset, it is not as easy as men like Dawan's father wish to maintain that status quo. Okay, status quo, the status of the woman, the status of the man. Okay, and they do not want to give that up. Now, Dawan thinks she will bring about that change. Okay, although it will be very challenging for her. So, not to give women the right to education and to deprive them of the opportunity to advance and explore their abilities or their talents is a social injustice. Okay, all right. If you would like to take note of this, you can always watch this lesson again and make note. All right, these are all very good points for you to include in your personal response. Okay, all right. Now let's see the next thing here: importance of education. Also a very crucial thing. Winning a scholarship is just about the only way to break the vicious cycle of poverty. Okay, it is the same everywhere. Only through education you can change your life. Okay, now both siblings won that scholarship, and it is very awkward because Dawan, as a girl, she got first, while her brother placed second. Dawan has to convince just about everyone that she deserves to go to the city school. Her grandmother sees the importance of education and willing to help her. Okay. Strangely, it is Bao who is Dawan's strong supporting force. Bao, who is Bao? The good friend. A strong supporting force, okay, makes Kwai think and act rationally. Okay. So education will bring change to Dawan, to the family, and through her, the village. So we can see a point here where Kwai actually changed. Despite of all the reasoning from Dawan, what Bao said has actually moved Kwai. Okay? Alright, it's very important. Okay, note that. Alright, next. Victimization, abuse of power. When did that happen? Okay. In the village, the poor people work hard on their farms, and they are victimized, okay, by the landowners who take the sacks of rice as their tax. Okay, so if Dawan's father were able to get 8 sacks of rice, he is asked to give 8 of them to the landowners. So that's cheating, isn't it? Okay, that's a very hefty price to pay. Now, there's very little chance of escape from escaping this feudalistic system. Okay, feudalistic system here means a system that is unfair, and it only supports people in authority. Okay, that's feudalistic. Even the army officer takes money from Gun. All right, who is Gun? Gun is Noi's husband. Okay, now why the army officer is taking money from Gun? Because Noi doesn't want to send her husband to the army. Okay, so she has to pay them every month. Who is Noi? Noi is Dawan's cousin. Remember, she has to go there and talk to Noi so that Noi can influence the father, because Noi has gone to the city to work before. But turns out that Noi doesn't support that idea as well, because she says city is not a place for girls to go. Okay? Now, it is the same in the city where the bosses take the hard earned money of the workers. So, that is victimization, or you can say abuse of power. All right. So, these are the things that you need to explore in the novel. Okay. Another crucial one, the family. Family, all right, family unit is a stable force, or you can say family bond, all right, or the relationship between family. Okay, the children respect their elders and obey them. Okay, Dawan wants her father to give permission for her to accept the scholarship. She is not rebellious. She also wants her brother to be happy. Okay, so there is much gentleness in the relationship the siblings share, Huai and Dawan. Dawan leaves the umbrella for him because she doesn't want him to get sick. So when they share the umbrella and they walked home, okay, after the scuffle, and right after the scuffle in that same evening, okay, they shared an umbrella. Okay, they walked home together. So it's a very special moment of reconciliation. Reconciliation. Okay, they reconciled. Right? They threw away their differences and they became loving again. Okay, all right, and renewal of their affection. Okay, they watch the sunrise together while Dawan sings to the dawn. Okay, the grandmother is still a force to be reckoned with as she takes the step, okay, to encourage Dawan. She brought Dawan to meet Noi. Okay, she's the one who convinced Dawan to accept the scholarship. Now, I think that if the grandmother is not around, Dawan would have just said, okay, you can just take the scholarship, it is fine. But it is the grandmother that made her think as well. Okay, so that's why she thought that no, I'm going to go for this. All right. So when her father gives permission, it gives Dawan the trust that she needs to go to the city. Now, the whole family supports her. Okay, so everything that she has gone through, everything that she has done, okay, to make it possible for her to go to the city is worthwhile. Right? She's very determined. Okay, so people survive their problem better when there is a strong family foundation behind them. Yes, it is true. If you have a strong family foundation, like your father, your mother, your brothers, your sisters, your grandparents support you. Now, that is going to give you a good boost for you to pursue what you want to do. Okay? Now, at the same time, if you do not have this foundation, it is fine. You can always get the motivation from people around you. Okay? It makes you very strong as a person. Okay, so we are done with the theme. Okay, there's 4 themes here: gender inequality, importance of education, victimization, and family unit is a stable force. Okay, 4 things you have learned here. Okay, Right, Nurin, we're talking about sing to the dawn, Nurin. Sing to the dawn. Okay? Yes, Alia. Alright. So now we're going to try a quiz. As usual, I know this is the interesting part that you like. Okay? Now, before we proceed, have you subscribed to the channel yet? Okay, if you haven't done so, now is the time for you to click the subscribe button. I'm going to give you a minute to do that. Once you're done, just click done in the chat box. Okay, and after the quiz, make sure you return to the channel because we're going to give you the link to the certificate. Okay, we're going to give you a certificate for attending the class today. Okay, so I'm going to give you a minute to subscribe to the channel. All right, there are three things that you need to do. Okay, subscribe to the channel, join the Telegram group. Okay, and also uh, go to my Facebook page. All right, go to my Facebook page, facebook.com Cikgu Girija. Okay, so that you will be updated. You will be updated every week. All right, on the classes that we're going to carry out. Okay, all right. Let's do the quiz now. Okay, so I'm going to bring down the what do you call that? The slide, Cikgu Emily. I'm going to bring down the slide while I take out the slide. Maybe you can talk about your upcoming lesson.
Yeah, okay. While Teacher Giri is getting the slide ready, the thing ready. So for our next lesson next week, I'm going to look at personal response. Since we have covered all the chapters for Sing to the Dawn, and I also understand that students are doing other novels as well. I think Ahmad Ali, you are doing which novel?
Dear Mr. Kerma.
Yeah, Mr. Kemal, and you are from which state? Selangor, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay. So I hope to cover a little bit about the other novels also, but my knowledge may not be as in depth as you. So maybe you can join me next week also as well. Okay. So I'm going to look more at the technique. Okay, what we expect to see in your answers. All right, what we expect to see in your answers and how you should look at the question and how the question is going to direct your answer. So in order to answer well, you need to be ready in the sense that you need to know your novel well. You need to know A to Z about everything about your novel, from the characters to the theme and everything else. Okay, right? So that will be covered in next week's lesson. So I hope to also touch on Dear Mr. Kilmer and Captain Nobody also as well. But my focus will be, of course, on Sing to the Dawn because here in Penang we are doing Sing to the Dawn. But no worries. I hope the technique and the idea will help you all. Okay. All right. Now I think Teacher Giri is almost ready. Are you ready, Teacher Giri?
Yep. I'm giving the link now for you to click
Yeah.
on.
Please look at the link.
Once you click on the link, you get to come to the quizzes lesson, and then we
Okay,
will
please
start.
do that as soon as you can. Once the link is up, please click on it and join the quizzes. It will be something nice, fun thing to do at the end of our long lesson here.
And
Okay,
the winner will also walk away with something from me,
okay, I'm
like
putting
every
up
week.
the okay prizes, prize awaiting. All right.
Yes, prize awaiting.
Okay, the link is up there. Quickly join the link. Use the link to join. Use the link to join the quizzes. Right? Is it quizzes?
Yes, quizzes.
Okay. I think they are coming in, right? Yeah, I can see quite a number of students coming in. That's very good. I'll leave the link up for a short while. Come on, this is just to test your knowledge and just also to have some fun.
Exactly.
And I know you all love
Have
competitions.
fun. Are you ready to have fun?
Yeah, almost there, I think.
So we have 19, only 19. I saw 25 of you. Okay, I guess we can start now. All
Yeah,
right.
I think we have to
Oh,
start.
20. Okay. Let's start. Hands up. Oh, Ahmad. Ahmad's on top now. Okay. All right. The landlord, huh? The answer is landlord.
Time is very tight.
Fast,
Is
fast.
it?
Work fast. All done.
You think
You have to
very
work
easy to win
fast.
a prize? You to make it as
Okay.
challenging as possible. Okay.
Aras, you're still up there. Keep up the momentum. Come
In
on.
fact, it was the easiest one. It was foolish and wasteful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Go, Haras, go. You can do it.
Okay.
This is the first question, which is very long. Like mostly everyone's like, can you just
All done.
already
All done.
already end?
Yeah.
Everyone's
Yeah.
Haras, there you go, Haras. You're picking up. Good.
Yeah.
So he isolated himself and walked away. He didn't cry. He just walked away. Just doesn't want to congratulate Tawan as well. He just walked away.
He was
Okay?
just disappointed, I guess.
Exactly.
Is this based on a true story or based on a drama show or just fiction?
I see.
This is based on the actual story. The novel is Sing to the Dawn. Not
Ah,
on the text.
Haras. Woo,
Aras,
okay.
not bad. Aras, very good.
Yes.
Catching
She
up.
thinks that city is ugly and cruel. Okay, next one.
The rest of y'all also try your best.
Yes, we got 5 more questions. Don't give up.
You can still make it up the leaderboard.
You can, you can. You can, you can.
Time's up.
Answer.
I think.
WL. Who is this WL? Okay. All right. The army, what they want? They want her husband to go to the army. Okay. So they want money so that he doesn't have to go. All right. Or else they will recruit him to the army.
So kind of like bribery.
Yes, bribery.
Most of the questions have long answers, and then the students think like the long answers will be correct. So they're like, yeah, let's pick the long answer.
That is to trick y'all.
Is that what the teacher taught them, huh?
I mean,
WL
it's
is
common.
up.
All right, so this is easy. I've emphasized on it. She wants the monk to talk to the father, right? WL. Okay, not bad. Keep it up. Okay, next. Three more questions to go. Why? Why?
This is the first time I've seen all done in most quizzes.
Oh, there are still some people moving up. Very good.
Why? It was their people's tradition or belief that a girl should stay at home. That's very mean.
Very conservative.
I I wouldn't be here if my parents did the same to me.
Agree. Accept, keyword, accept.
Accept. Yeah, that's trick actually. What is the story about? They may all seem positive, but there's only one correct answer. We must not be racist. Only the. We must not be racist. Is this story talking about racism?
The word racist is spelled wrongly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Sleepy. I must have been very sleepy. Sorry.
Typo. Good of you to note it down.
I don't see well at night.
And we are using reading glasses.
Exactly.
Almost. Oh.
It's easiest. Haras! Wow. Okay, won by 20 points. Okay, yes, that's a correct answer. Okay. Next one. Is it last but not least?
Last question.
Last question. What's her opinion about girls in the city, yeah? Not in the village. Time's up. Ta-da! Haras is the winner for today's quiz. Okay, the city is a dangerous place for girls to work. All right, good job, Haras.
I just guess all
Ahmad Ali,
answers.
you did quite well also.
GG.
Okay, let's see the wall of
Leaderboard.
fame. Mm-hmm.
Who are they?
Yay! Okay, good job. All right. All these have mastered. They have mastered what we have taught them for past 2 weeks.
Very
Ahmad
good.
Ali Karim has got one question wrong.
Yes.
Ahmad Ali, you're doing quite well since you are not actually studying this novel.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Good job. I'm proud of you. Okay. All right. So, Haras, I've got your contact number. Wow, you're walking away from with something again today. I'm very proud of you. Okay, come back. Those who
Anything is acceptable, teacher.
What is that,
So
Haras?
sweet.
Is that
Yeah, anything is acceptable as long as yeah.
Yeah, I'm so proud of these two.
As long as
These
it
kids
comes to me.
that's with me today. I'm so proud of them. Really like them. Okay, Ahmad, join us. Okay, join us every day. Although it's not the book that you're reading, I love his spirit because he's still here to make my day. Okay, that's the spirit. Okay, it's not about what is being tested in the exam. He wants to be here so that he can see what else he can gain from today's lesson. That is the learning spirit, you see. Haras too, good
Very
job.
good.
So, yeah,
Very
what do you think about
commendable.
today's lesson? Both of you, what do you think about today's lesson?
Excuse me.
I'm asking, what do you
It's
think about today's
memorable.
About the what?
lesson? What do you think about the lesson?
It's very
It's-
good. Like
It's
it's how do I say it? It covers a lot of
it's
things
something that
which
you like to learn and
be
something about
and
just
definitely beneficial for what I will be, I will be taking the SPN next month. This month actually, it's already February. That just made me a bit more scared, honestly. But like, there's certain things which I wasn't sure about before, but now that I know that's how it is, it makes me a bit more confident. And I can't wait for teacher Emily's class next week because they will be covering on how to answer it. So
Yeah,
that's the part where I really need to, I really,
that's what
Okay,
Teacher
so
Giri and I are hoping that at least we cover and develop.
okay,
Okay.
Haras, how about you? Before I give the link away for the cert, what do you think about the lesson
though
today?
I may not have learned any novels that as a dramas which I personally don't see. Basically, I give this is a good exposure for me, and I am really comfortable to try to digest a novel, although it might be late for me, and I can't wait to get the book to get my hands on the novels because it will be interesting for me to study the novels, and besides reading it I can also get lots of information and also some moral values that I can use for anything for my daily communications in the future of my life. And I really want to thank teacher Giri and teacher Emily for teaching us this novel. I will appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you, Haras. Thank you, Haras. Really appreciate that. Okay, I've just put up the link for the certificate. All right. Do remember to subscribe and hit the like button. Okay. And if you have not voted, please every week. All right. Just do me this favor. Just go to this website and please vote for me. Okay. So that I can always keep coming back every week, all right? As long as the review is good, okay? So it's you guys that's going to review me whether the lesson today is good or not good, okay? All right, so it is bit.ly, okay? Bit.ly / 5 stars for Cikgu Giri. Let me put that up again for you, okay? Here, here you go. All right. Okay, that's the link for voting and also the link for Telegram group so that all of you can join and all the teachers that are going to present on Mondays they get to give you the information, okay, and tips for you to do your revision in the Telegram group as well. Okay, so I'm giving you the link for the Telegram group as well. Okay, there you go. And also the Facebook page. Okay, and also okay the playlist you can always get it in the channel, in my channel. We have the playlist for PT3 and PT. All right, this is the last one will be the Facebook page for you. Okay, there you go. Okay, so all for your referral. Okay, so if you have no question, let's just let teacher Emily, do you have anything to say before we end of today's session?
No, it was a very interesting lesson, and I hope everyone enjoyed the lesson because Teacher Giri went to a lot of preparation for the two parts that she prepared. So I'm just following up on that on the third part. So we hope to see all of you next week. Do some revision. Please do some revision because next week will be more on answering the question. So answering
Exactly.
the question meaning you need to know your text well.
Right.
Okay, so you need to know because in order to get good marks, you need to give evidence. You need to support your answer. So that you can only do if you know your novel very well. Okay, and if you can
Exactly.
quote a line or two to support your answer, oh, that will be fabulous. You know, when you're answering, you can quote a line, something that Dawan said, or something that the main character in Dear Mr. Kilmer or in Captain Nobody, something that the person said. And when you are giving your evidence and you can quote a person that what the character said, that is you can get very high marks for content. So that will be covered more in next week's class. Okay, so please do support us in our efforts to guide and educate you. Thank you
Right.
for
True.
joining us.
True. Cikgu Teacher Heidi. Teacher Heidi, do you want to say
Yes.
something?
Yeah, the class is really interesting. I really see all the great effort. So I hope that all you students, I believe that you're going to benefit a lot. So make sure next week you stay tuned. I believe Cikgu Emily going to give you more information and you're going to learn more. See you next week.
Bye,
Yeah, thank
guys.
you.
See you next week. Get your friends in. We want to see double this amount next week. Okay. Love all of you. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye
I'm gonna
bye. I'm gonna.
green screen.
All right. See you all again soon.
Bye.
Thank you, teacher.